Let's go through the teams here quickly too. So obviously we had the auto locks and the captain's picks. So we'll start with Europe. So the big thing about Europe is it's literally the exact same team except for the Højgaard twins have swapped spots. And
or have they? That's a clever move, isn't it? You don't know who's who.
Yeah. Maybe they're both there.
They're both there, exactly.
They were last year. It's interchangeable. Yeah, this is a good haul for me. I'll play this one.
Yeah, that's it.
But so the captain's picks are Lowry, Straka, Oberg, Hovland, Fitzpatrick, and Jean Rahm. What do you guys think of all the captain's picks? Do you think it was a smart move keeping them the same?
Yeah, I think probably the only one that I'm not so sure about is Fitzpatrick.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm bricking it about Fitzpatrick.
Record.
Terrible record.
Playing particularly well this year up until the last few weeks.
He's even blemished Rory's record at the Ryder Cup.
And he doesn't I think what Europe's got, if you look at them on paper, you're like, how many of those guys would I like to have a fight with? I'd say the Europeans, there's probably a few more that I wouldn't want to have a fight with than the Americans this year, which is unusual. It's usually the other way around. But yeah, Fitzpatrick definitely not one of those, is he? Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think he's not jumping in to protect you, is he?
No, but like you're not going to fight Till Hatton, are you?
No.
I'm going to start doing that when teams look at the opposing teams going, all right, which one of you fuckers can I fight? I'm going to start doing this.
I mean, I'm taking Ludwig on. Jesus, that guy's an absolute unit, isn't he? He's massive.
Yeah.
Just too chilled out as well. He's just like, he'd be very calmly punching the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lowry. Bobby Mack.
I think Shane Lowry looks like he'd be really good at darts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's good at darts. Yeah, I think that's a given.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got the physique, hasn't he?
Yeah.
180.
Late night 3 a.m. darts. I reckon that's where he comes into his own. Shane Lowry.
Low sense of gravity. Can't move him.
Really scary. I don't know his name, but Tommy Fleetwood's caddy. That dude is massive.
Oh, dude,
He's like.
But then Tommy Fleetwood's quite small as well, isn't he? So it's like bit of a joke.
Maybe his caddy's really not the talk. Cause I'm pretty sure Fleetwood's like 5'6" or something. Like
Tommy's like 5'6", 5'7", like $175 soaking away.
Yeah,
dude.
But
yeah,
I think
I could take Tommy Fleetwood.
The European team, I think overall the team's in much better shape than they were last year, other than Fitzpatrick, like you said. Everyone else is kind of playing much better than they were.
Yeah. And I think like John Rahm, you can't leave him out. Like he's just a great match player, isn't he? And he's playing reasonable golf at the minute.
He's had a good year, right? Rose has had a decent year. I think that he'll be. I think that might be an outlier there.
Yeah, I mean he's tailed off a little bit recently, but yeah, he's had a pretty good year, and he's just got so much experience, right? I mean, you just got to look at like Ryder Cup appearances. Europe versus US is massive difference, isn't it? I don't know what the numbers are, but like most of them have played 2 or 3 on our team, right? As an average, whereas I think Justin Thomas, I think, is your most experienced, isn't he? He's only played. Yeah, how many has he played? Like 3, 4?
Probably 4.
Yeah,
a lot of this talent is very young because we lost a lot of the guys like DJ and Brooks and Reed. Like they went to live and didn't come back. They didn't make it back in their rankings, type of thing.
I feel like I've got to get the next jibe in. I'm assuming Patrick Cantley is teed off already, just so he can finish in time for 2 weeks' time, right?
Fucking
easy one.
Is that with or without hat?
Patrick, he's actually already started his backswing on hole 1, so we'll get that.
I'll tell you something. If you have a look at the Ryder Cup website with the team rosters, there are only 2 players who don't in the US team who don't have a hat on. That Xander Schauffele hasn't got a hat on, and of course Cantley right at the top.
Yeah.
Like golfers should always wear hats because they just got that stupid suntan, haven't they? So it's just mate, do it.
I think seeing people that wear hats all the time without a hat is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, I feel like Schauffele only even did it because they were probably grouped together. Like Schauffele and Cantley are always grouped in there too, so that, I feel like that was probably why.
Bit of solidarity.
Bring back the visors.
Oh yeah,
1990s visor style.
Or give me a USA bucket hat on that big ass head of his.
Well, Oasis. That's there's a worldwide shortage of bucket hats. That's probably why they can't do it because the Oasis tour. But I mean, who we're looking at? Where's the US? I've not actually absorbed the US team.
Yeah, so the U.S. team, obviously we got Scheffler, Spaun, Schauffele, all easy locks. Russell Henley and Harris English have just been so consistent that they've stayed up there. And then Bryson, I think, is the most impressive lock because he only played in those 8 events over the 2 years and still had enough points to qualify, which is just incredible.
That's just gnarly.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He was incredible in the majors, wasn't he? Like,
he was, yeah.
Like, we were talking about the Open, weren't we, Chris? And what was it?
So we had Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Cameron Young, Patrick, and then Sam Burns to round it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking a bit light on experience, isn't it?
Yeah, light in experience, but all of them playing very well. Other than Morikawa's struggled a little here and there, but the others have been, in contention the last couple months. Each of them has had either won or had a good shot at winning a bigger tournament.
And there's a lot of incredible putters in that team, right? Which has got to be helpful, hasn't it? In a Ryder Cup, there's some.
No, I think I'm most excited to watch JJ and see how he does in this position. I think obviously he's had such a great year and he's playing exceptionally well right now. I mean, obviously, I don't think I've ever seen him in match play, but it'll be really interesting to see, first of all, who he's matched up with and, how he transitions into that part.
I think he's going to thrive.
I think he will.
That I've been worried about, for sure. Him, I think Cantlay's got something to prove this year. I think he's going to be good as well. I think those two are probably the ones I'm most worried about.
I think one of the coolest singles we could have would either give JJ his shot at Rory for the playoff they had at the Players, and that would be phenomenal, or Bryson and Rory would be quite a battle as well.
I can see it now. JJ, Rory hits his drive, and then JJ leans back and he goes, "Start digging in your butt, twin." And then and then
I just think that they're gonna build this thing about Rory, aren't they? And I think any of the American team are gonna be like, just let me at him. I wanna go at him. I wanna try and break him mentally, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling about Rory this year. I think something's gonna happen.
There's been so much pressure on him
interrupted
lately.
right now.
Hey. Hello.
Say hi. Can you say hi?
Hey. It's a natural podcast voice.
He is. Can you say
That's
duck?
amazing.
Duck.
Say USA.
Cool. I love you. Hi. Say bye.
Oh, I love Rory. Excellent.
Say I love JJ Spaun. Okay. Bye.
I'll
be right back.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So, what are your guys' kind of thoughts on Keegan not picking himself?
It was very un-American in my view. I'd have thought he'd be like, right, I'm in there, I'm in line. I've done my bit throughout the year. I'm very surprised that he didn't play. Very surprised.
Yeah,
I think it's the right call. I think that captaincy is so difficult now. I think, and actually, all that would have had, we've seen in the past where when we've lost, there doesn't feel like there's any need for this bloodletting, where publicly players are criticising captains and whatever. It feels like every time the US lose, they're sat there. I mean, usually it's Phil, right? He's sat there and he's slating the captaincy, slating the leadership, and suddenly it's a big post-mortem of what's going to happen. I think if he played, he's got to lean so heavily on his vice captains that would have become an issue, and it would have been well, are they any good, and all that kind of thing. And I think the team's probably weaker playing wise because he's not there, but I think they need his overall reading of the.
I think the opposite. I think it's the wrong decision. I think you've lost one of your best players, right? Your form players. He's pretty young. He could have just done the captaincy in another couple of years. Let one of the vice captains take over this year.
That's where the error came. I think they shouldn't have offered him the captaincy this year.
Well, and I think a big part of that was Zach Johnson not picking him. And then since then he's played so phenomenally well. But at the same time, I don't have a problem with really going either way. But I think it's more of that because there was issues with some of the way that Zach Johnson handled things last year as the captain, or 2 years ago as the captain. He doesn't want to make those same mistakes, and he's almost putting that trust in the rest of these guys that it's we had 20 people we could have picked from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the pool's pretty big.
Yeah. But
I also think
it sucks because he might not get a chance. In 2 years, he might have fall too much out of the ranks and not get in the chance
the
to
other thing
play or
is,
be a
though,
captain.
You're captain now, and let's say it goes well. There's always somebody who knows you put out a joint, or let's say it doesn't go well. And we're hoping, we can scrape a draw. That'd be brilliant. All of a sudden, he's tainted by that, or he's not played somebody when he should have played somebody, and then he's going to a team in 2 years' time.
But that's it. I think that the pressure on him as a captain is massive now, right? He's put all of his eggs in one basket, and he has to go out there and win it, right? Like as soon as he makes a bad pick in the foursomes or whatever, and something doesn't go wrong, something doesn't go his way, like the media is going to be straight on him, right? And the New Yorkers are going to be absolutely all over him.
Yeah.
Like he's going to feel that pressure pretty quickly if he makes any bad decisions.
It's such a bad call making him captain this year, I think, because he was playing.
But I also think
at
any point in time, it didn't matter who was captain. I think you just said it, Chris. Though, like the New York media or media in general, it doesn't matter who's the captain and what decision is made at any point in time. Somebody's going to have some bullshit to say about it. Somebody's going to have some critique on it, no matter if it's good, bad, anything like that. So maybe at this point it's just fuck it, send them out there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
see what the hell happens.
I find that it's a curiosity, that isn't it? Because it is. I was sort of talking about that before, where you've got this. It does feel like there's this need for bloodletting when something bad happens. But the only time I recall when we've been pounded in the States a couple of times, haven't we? And the only time I think
pause.
Yeah, that's what she said. The only time that's really happened where the captain's got an absolute annihilation in the press was Faldo, and that's because nobody likes him. So it's like. That's all it was.
He was a twat, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just a dick. So nobody was just like, whatever, you're just going to get.
The smug.
Nobody likes Nick Faldo. Nobody likes him.
He's everything that's wrong with golf professionals, isn't he, Nick Faldo?
He's so smug.
Finally, USA and Europe agree on something.
He did. I saw this meme, and I didn't really pick up on it because I didn't watch the rest of the coverage. But after the Masters, they did a thing about Faldo, and they went. He's talking about Rory McIlroy having won the Masters, and just watch how many seconds it takes him to start the conversation back to himself and how the fact that he won 3 jackets, all this kind of things. Fuck off, Nick. Fuck off. Nobody wants you.
So you guys feeling pretty confident then with Luke Donald being the captain? Because I had this in my notes too, how he did great last time, but he only even got the spot because Stenson his spot was revoked because of the whole LIV thing. Because you got to keep in mind, 2 years ago is when LIV was just happening, and people didn't know what was going down, and a bunch of the LIV guys all got pulled from this last minute.
Yeah.
But Luke's back as the European captain.
Yeah, it's funny. There was like the narrative around Luke Donald last time around was. It was bizarre. Like it became the whole Una Familia thing. It just, I don't know. It stunk of like a big media. Just a story out of nothing really. Like he didn't do anything that exceptional, but all of a sudden he's been painted as the best Ryder Cup European captain ever. I'm not really sure where that came from, so it's going to be interesting. I think he can repeat.
We've got a system though, haven't we? And he's part of that system, and you wouldn't ever imagine Paul McGinley would be a great Ryder Cup captain, but he was brilliant. And it's because they just follow the system. And I think he was like, product of the system, follow the system, well respected, obviously, still a decent player, all that kind of stuff, and knows a lot of those players reasonably well. So I just think he plays everything cricket parlance, but it's like straight back. Like he doesn't give anybody anything to attack him about, and then that just makes it all about go out there and play golf.
He's just really fucking dull, basically. Is that what you're
basically
saying?
That's we're just gonna outdull you. Yeah, that's it.
I think he also has because like the assistant captains on the Ryder Cup are like, obviously you guys lost a lot of that like kind of older generation to LIV, like the Sergios and Ian Poulter, like a lot of those bigger names. So like. There's not a lot to pull from the assistant captains. Like I saw the Molinaris are in there, but like the other guys, I honestly didn't even know. I don't remember them. Maybe they were bigger DP World Tour players.
Alex Noren's been a vice captain before, I think, and he's been in the team a couple of times, hasn't he? Just have a look at the rest of
Is it more DP guys then?
It's like Thomas Bjorn. He's in there, isn't he?
Spaun's been around that whole
Jose
system.
Maria Orzabal, he's there as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that'll be because we have to talk about Sevi at some point. So Jose will cry, the team will get inspired, we'll maybe win a few points. That's how it works, you know.
Yeah, because some of like the U.S. assistant captains, like they got Kiz. Kiz is one of my favorite guys. Jim Furyk's great. Gary Woodland is just he's a big hype guy with everything he's been through too. They got a good squad this year to back up.
It feels like a bit of a change for the US this year in that backup team, doesn't it? It's a bit younger, a bit less of the old school dudes in there. It's definitely feels a bit fresher, doesn't it?
Furyk was the President's Cup captain, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so that makes sense for him to be in there, doesn't it?
He's like the one older one that's been around and done it before. Kiz was he was an assistant last time, but that was his first time as an assistant. And that's really, I think, because he plays so well in match plays himself. You know, he's better off in match play than in a stroke play tournament.
Right.
That's where he thrives.
Just save him for these sorts of things. That's it.
Yeah. If only
he won't play. Yeah, I was gonna say he won't play Bethpage. You remember that quote about the money when they were like, he's like, "Hey, do you think you could like win or like whatever?" And he's like, "Well, you know, you can't put me somewhere in like Bethpage Black. You know, I'm gonna get my ass kicked." And the reporter's like, "Well, why show up?" And he goes, "They pay a lot to finish 30th."
I love that. That's brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah, like everything about our team is we're trying to sneak under the radar. That's what we're trying to do. It's experience. There's no headlines there. You know, the Molinari brothers, they're great. I mean, they've been in and around that setup for such a long time. And they're very analytical as well. So I think they do. I think Eduardo does a lot of the analysis and stuff like that. So all of it is just let's get there. Let's keep our noses dry. Let's just stay out of any there's no trouble, no controversy. Don't have too many Guinness. Shane, you know, it's just like just
how many is too many?
Oh, mate. I mean, he must have Guinness at breakfast. That kid, surely. Right. But I think that's what Luke Donald's trying to do as well. You can see everything is just like it annoys me a little bit. He's too polished. Like everything's too, and he's got that because he lives in the States now. But he's got that kind of American English accent. It's kind of he starts rolling his letters and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of all becoming a bit. I think you're right with that Una Familia thing. It was like a bit too polished. I think.
I mean, ultimately we won.
There was no passione. There was no passione.
Yeah. So do you guys think you're kind of hoping for a draw at best? I mean, to come over and get a win with how some of these guys have been is going to be tough. For sure.
I've noticed you keep saying draw. You're not going to win, but you also.
I feel like that's the chance to go for. I think most obvious quote ever alert. The first session is going to be so crucial because I just feel like if the debutants, particularly for the States, they can get a bit of momentum and confidence, it could get a bit nasty.
I think my only prediction is I think it's going to be one of the closer ones. Like we've not had a close one for a while now, have we? I think it's going
we haven't actually.
I think it's going to be a closer than it has been.
Nah, fuck it.
Years.
We're going to do it. I'm having it. I don't know. I just got this Rory thing in my head because he's won the Masters, just won the Irish Open. That's his home tournament.
He's going to want to do it this year, isn't he?
And did he hear his post-win interview? Like, he gave this. The guy's been playing golf for like 70 years, like before he was even born, sort of thing. And he stood there like with this crowd going on, and he's like, just looks amazed that he's able to do what he's doing and he can perform for home crowds. And like the Irish Open, I didn't even know it existed till today, like, or when he won it. And it was like, he's like, oh my God, it's like, just like winning in front of a home crowd. But this is amazing or whatever. It's like, wow, fair enough. You love this game of golf, and it just feels like there's something there, and he's bubbling away in his psyche.
Rory McIlroy, James McAvoy, Chips Ahoy, nobody cares. USA up. Fuck. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Fuck it. Absolutely.
I think USA wins, but I think it is closer. I think it's within probably 3 points. I hope so because, like you said, Chris, we had an interesting one on Sunday. Like it's over so early, and then you get all these matches that are meaningless down the stretch. And
Sunday's
just 1v1s, right?
Yeah, yes. Sunday's all singles.
Yeah, all singles. Yeah, which if you're watching actually at the course, you got no fucking idea what's going on. There's so much happening.
Yeah, it's got to be so hard.
Yeah,
the other days are like perfect because you only have those couple matches. You can kind of keep an eye on all of them.
I often just switch off when I get to the singles. To be honest, I much prefer the first
couple of that feels like the battle, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think,
definitely.
Like you said, if it's close, I mean, Sunday I'm tuning in. Like, I'm gonna watch the whole damn thing.
What was the last close one? Was Medina, wasn't it? Really close one. So that was like, I mean, that was gripping TV, like full on. You couldn't leave, could you?
Yeah.
I'll watch it till 1 o'clock, and then I got a football.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It gets into the NFL zone there. All right. So before we wrap it up, we'll first tell everyone where they can find your guys' podcast and all that stuff, and then we'll hit some of these rapid fires.
Yeah. Well, Chris can tell you all of that.
Yeah, definitely can't tell you that. Can't tell you any of that. I do absolutely fuck all of the admin for this podcast.
Chris, don't worry, man.
Like zero.
I just show up.
Zero.
I just show up and make some laughs.
I love lining that up. That was. But as soon as that question started coming, I knew exactly what I was going to do.
Someone asked me to follow our YouTube, our channel on YouTube the other day for them, and I actually didn't know how to do it. I'm not the least social media person in the entire world. Don't use it.
Which book do you need to buy to subscribe to this podcast? Yeah, that's it. Well, look, we are the top 110 golf podcast. We're, as you've guessed, we're in the UK, from sunny Manchester, and you can get our podcast on all good places like Spotify and Apple, and all bad places that you really shouldn't be trawling on the internet. But we're also on YouTube, and our basic shtick is that we are two shit golfers trying to somehow get to play all the top 100 golf courses in the UK and Ireland, but we're trying to do it in 10 years because we're mad. And it's, at the minute, somehow people are reaching out and saying, come and play our golf course. And I cannot explain how it's happening.
How many are you guys done now? Because it's been a while since
we've played 15 now, and
nice.
we've got another 3 definitely booked in before the end of October, and then we've got one more potentially lined up. I'm just waiting to hear on that. So that could be 19 within 14 months of starting. So we've kind of gone off quick.
Peaked too soon, essentially.
Yeah, I think it gets difficult now. But then there's like crazy stuff has happened since the last time we spoke. So strap yourselves in, because this is seismic news. We have been invited to play the St Andrews, the old course.
Oh, nice.
Right?
There you go.
Still can't believe it's happening.
Nish, I have a super cool podcast. I get to play for the course. Fuck off.
And that's exactly why I'm calling
both of you.
Calling Team Europe for the win, in memory of those
cool.
waterproofs. It just we're so lucky. We play a game that people love to talk about it. They love to share stuff. They will gladly welcome you in and show you around. And there's no. There is a bit of protectionism, of course there is, but generally speaking, most people are just very generous with their time and want to get involved in stuff, and they think things are cool. So I suppose we're all geeks at heart, really, aren't we? So as soon as anything remotely cool happens, like, yeah, great, we'll jump on it. So yeah, it's brilliant. It's been so
amazing.
good.
Good for you guys.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
To see more of our content, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. We can be found at Basic Bogies on all platforms.
Thanks. We hope to see you on the next one.